Hey, I'm Jess. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be shopping for Christmas decor. I would love to find a few more items for my house, but also I would really like to find some things that I could upcycle or give as a gift for Christmas. So let's head in and check it out. New to You is a local thrift store here in Sioux Falls, and they are faith-based, so I figured they would have a lot of Christmas decor. And right when you walked in, they had a Christmas display, so bingo. I really like that big, very, very good stocking. Do you think they were very, very good? Probably not. If you have to self-proclaim that you've been very good, you probably have not been very good. And I love that little throw pillow with the Santa and the deer and the snowman. I was actually going to come back for it, and I completely forgot, so I'm kind of sad that I left it behind. They do have a lot of clothes here, but we didn't have nearly enough time to go through all of that. I got here 45 minutes before closing. I had originally intended on filming this video at Goodwill, but they were having a sale, and the parking lot was packed. The line was massive. I've never been to a Goodwill that was that busy. So we tabled the Goodwill idea and we ended up coming here instead. We had to kind of speed run this whole endeavor, so I would really love to come back here and do a more thorough look through everything. I also want to do a video where I read some of these thrifted books. I'm trying to get more into reading physical books again. I listen to a lot of audiobooks. So if that's a video you're interested in, leave me a comment and let me know. Each room kind of has a theme. So the one we're in right now has all the books, the board games and puzzles, kids' toys. I think it really helps when stores divide up their inventory this way. That way, if you're looking for something specific, you kind of know what section to go to. And now we're heading into the electronics room. It's always fun to look in here and see if you can find a vintage radio or phone. I did sift through all of these pillowcases and towels and bed sheets because I do like to look for vintage pillowcases and towels, but I didn't find anything that really fit the bill. I thought this bowl was really cool. You fill it up with different candy or snacks. I have no idea what I would use it for, but I've never seen anything quite like it, so one of my favorite things about thrifting is finding those unique items. We've got an Anchor Hawking punch bowl down here in the box, which is awesome. I don't know how it hasn't just disintegrated. Some throw pillows and craft supplies in here. There were some nice woven and crocheted blankets on this rack. You can also find a lot of really high quality quilts made with love by grandmas on this rack. I really like this woven blanket that has this Christmas winter scene on it. I initially picked it up, but I didn't take it home with me. When I walked into this room, I gasped out loud. Like I actually did that, you guys. Look at all this glass. Are you kidding me? Now, it was about this time that I was wondering where all the Christmas decor was. I was talking to a couple gals that worked here, and they told me they had recently expanded the store and taken on an empty retail space next door. So that's where all the Christmas stuff was. And I only had 10 minutes left to look through it. I could not believe it. That's just one more reason we have to come back here. Just like in my last video, let me know if there's a treasure I'm leaving behind or something I should have paid more attention to. Maybe when we come back and walk through here again, it'll still be there. And now we are finally to the Christmas room. There's a nice set of Christmas dishes there. They also had this bin of pet Christmas sweaters, which I thought was so cute. I do have 4 dogs, so I did have to take a peek, even though my dogs already have way too many Christmas sweaters. A reason I love decorating for Christmas is because it's the one time of year where clutter is socially acceptable. You can deck out your house to the nines and have little trinkets and ornaments and color and glitter and just go wild. Over here they have some ornaments hanging from the shelf, and I thought that was such a good way to display them instead of throwing them all in a box. That way they're less likely to get damaged while you're rummaging around. Some Christmas CDs. Do you guys still have a CD player? We actually had one given to us recently, and it was kind of a blast from the past. Those Christmas cards with the polar bears on them are really sweet. I collect polar bears, and I love to display them during the Christmas time, so I always have my eye out for those. Polar bears are some of my favorite animals. They're just majestic. That clear snowman jar is actually a really good gift idea. You could fill it up with candy or homemade Christmas treats, maybe even dog treats if you had a family member that had a dog or had just gotten a puppy. Really any kind of jar or dish could be used as a gift in that way. Some other easy gift ideas would be finding a Christmas mug and filling it with hot chocolate supplies or coffee or tea. You could always find a set of wine glasses and pair that with a bottle of wine. A cool vintage Christmas cookbook would be neat if you knew someone that loved cooking. A pretty vase or planter. You could always bring someone a house plant or flowers. I think thrifting allows you to have more of a personal and unique gift. It shows that you understand what someone likes and also that you put thought and care into it. You didn't just go to Walmart or Target and buy some random thing off the shelf. Some people might think that it's strange if you are finding Christmas gifts at the thrift store, but I would bet if you didn't tell them that you got it from the thrift store, they wouldn't know. Unless it's obviously vintage, they would probably have no idea. There's so many things that end up at the thrift store that barely get used or never used. You can find them brand new with tags. Not every gift you give has to come from the thrift store. I mean, department stores do have their time and place, but it is special to give someone a treasure that you hunted for and that you're giving a second life. Now, this place was filled with snowman figurines. I actually can't believe how many snowmen there were. Was there like a snowman boom one year or something? They're everywhere. That red vase was really pretty along with those Christmas cups. These stuffed animals always make me nostalgic. Lots of candles, those would also be good as a gift with a cool candle holder. And as I was walking out of the store, I saw these avocado green goblets. I was obsessed with them. So obviously those had to come home with me. I looked through this section while I was waiting in line. There were several of us still in the store with our arms full of goodies. I did keep my eye out for anything else I could use at the wedding, even though that's not what this trip was for. I couldn't miss an opportunity, you know? And I did end up finding this beautiful green dish, which sadly I chipped on the way home. Please wrap up your beautiful thrift finds. Don't be silly like me. And then these two green vases. All right, I've got my Christmas sweater on. I did a little bit of decorating. This tree is kind of giving Charlie Brown Christmas a little bit, but I still think it's fun. Now, to start off the haul, I'm going to show you something that I bought as a gift that's also Christmas related. I got these two Santa ornaments. This one's a little bell. My mom has a Santa Christmas tree. All the ornaments on it are of Santa. She's always looking for some fun new ones to add to her collection, so I grabbed both of these for $1.50. Next up, when we were in that craft area, I picked up this green gingham ribbon, and I'll probably just use this to wrap up some Christmas gifts. It was just $1. This is not Christmas related, but we throw a lot of birthday parties and holiday parties at our house, so I grabbed these two tablecloths. This one's got flamingos on it, and this one's just kind of a dot pattern. I thought those would be fun for some upcoming parties we're gonna have in the summertime. Now I'm really excited about this next find because I had kept my eye out for a Christmas craft or a vintage craft that we could do together, and I hit the jackpot because I found two of them. This one is a Christmas stencil kit. This is kind of an example of what they would look like, and they're both paper crafts. So this one is a folk art paper craft, and they do have a Christmas one down here in the corner. So I thought that would be fun for an upcoming video. Now, next I got this little polar bear figurine. Like I mentioned, I do collect polar bears, and I'm going to try and make this one into an ornament. That one was just $1.50. And then I also got this little butterfly wall hanging, but I am going to try and make this one into an ornament as well. But I figured even if I fail at being able to turn it into an ornament, I can use it as a wall hanging. And then next up, I have a green taper candle. Now, I already had these little guys, these candle huggers. I've had them for years, and I've never been able to find a candle that fits this just right. It came with a candle when I bought them, but it melted in the box, probably just from years of sitting in someone's attic or something. So I've been looking for a candle. Now this one doesn't fit perfect. It's a little wobbly, but I'm gonna try and melt the end and see if I can get it to stick in there good, because I think that is so cute. Now, I do have some green glassware coming up. Alert, green glassware, green glassware. Of course I came home with some, of course. And I showed you in the video this green dish. This is the one that we did have a slight casualty on, but that's okay. I barely notice it, honestly. I was just being hypercritical, but I thought this would be really cute with some lemons or limes sitting out on the countertop, or maybe in the middle of a table setting. So I don't know if I'll use this one for the wedding. This might just go into my personal collection, but I really loved the bottom pedestal shape of the dish. I also showed you these in the video, this green vase. I got two of them. They were $2.50 a piece, which is such a steal. And they're anchor hawking. This is the Sereno pattern, so it's kind of that bark-like texture, which I think is really cool. And then, of course, I picked up those green little champagne goblets. I couldn't leave them behind. You got 8 of them for $10.50. What a deal. These are just gorgeous. At our wedding, we're going to have a table full of vintage glassware that our guests can pick one and take home as a party favor, and then also drink out of at the wedding. So this will go into that pool. I did also go to Goodwill since I went to New to You. It's been a couple days since I filmed that walkthrough, and I found some really cool Christmas stuff, so I want to show you that as well. The first thing we found at Goodwill were these wine glasses, these stemless wine glasses. They have kind of a holly berry pattern on them, and I actually found 2 of these in one cart and 2 in another cart. They were rolling out carts and carts full of Christmas stuff. It was like the perfect time to go to Goodwill. So I was really excited to find the set. I might keep them or gift them for Christmas. I haven't decided yet. Next up, we have these Corelle dishes. I believe this is called the Winter Holly pattern. It's got the red rim. I believe these are like a newer reproduction version of the original. That's fine with me because then I don't have to worry about lead. I actually don't own any Christmas dinnerware, so this will be really nice to have around the holidays. I also picked up this rolling pin that you can put a recipe card in, and it does have this kind of cottagecore pattern on it. Gives me 80s, 90s vibes. I don't really love this. I might sand it down and restain it. I know some people will not agree with that. They love it the way it is, and I hear you. I get it. But I might upcycle it just a little bit, especially if I give it as a gift. I just want it to be more of a neutral item. Last but certainly not least, I found these vintage gift boxes with these sweet little bears on them. Oh my goodness. Isn't that precious? Like, I almost don't want to give it as a gift. I want to like put it into a frame or something. I just love them. They're so cute. Thanks for coming on this little Christmas thrift adventure with me today. And if you want to come along again, make sure that you subscribe and follow me on my Instagram, Thrifted Times. I'd love to have you. Thanks for watching. Bye.